When looking at examples of fans turning on the object of their affection, one example stands out above all others. The death of John Lennon at the hands of what the press described as deranged fan Mark David Chapman. What was it that turned him from fan into murderer? I decided to head to New York to find out exactly what happened. Mark David Chapman was born in Fort Worth, Texas in 1955. Son of a United States Air Force sergeant and a nurse, he had an exceptionally normal childhood. He graduated with top marks from his university and moved to New York, where he took an administrative position in a local hospital. In 1975, he married his longtime girlfriend, Gloria Abe, and the couple moved in together. What was it in this seemingly normal upbringing that caused such a deplorable act? We spoke with his wife, Gloria, who gave us access to some of his diary entries from around this time.
You know, Mark always loved the Beatles, and John Lennon was his favorite. I remember buying him a Beatles record for his birthday. And looking back, I think that might have been where this whole thing started.
Journal entry, April 12th, 1979. Gloria got me a John Lennon record today. I think he's one of the Beatles. She also cooked me a lamb pot roast. It was a great birthday.
Ever since then, Mark changed. Everybody noticed it. I wouldn't say that he was obsessed, but you could certainly say he became a very big fan.
April 27th, 1979. Everyone seems to think I really love John Lennon. I don't dislike his music, I just never really got into it. I've always been more of an Elvis fan.
So I used to work with Mark, and he really loved John Lennon. Me and the guys were always joking with him how much he loved him. We would, whenever Lennon was in the news, we'd take pictures and we'd put them all over his desk. And when he'd walk into the lunchroom, me and the guys would sing Lennon songs until he ran out of the room crying. We called him hippie tits. And this one time, I glued some Lennon glasses to his face, and then I pissed on him. Yeah, but I don't think any of us really realized, how much of a fan he actually was, so, yeah.
I don't like John Lennon. Is everyone insane? Why is this happening?
In the weeks leading up to the shooting, Mark just became more and more distant, And I tried everything to stop him slipping away from me. I cut my hair like Yoko Ono. I got a tattoo of John Lennon. But nothing seemed to work. So the next week, it was his birthday, and we were all really worried about him by this point. So we decided to throw him a surprise party, John Lennon themed, of course. So, we all dressed up as John Lennon. We're all hiding behind the couch and stuff. And he comes home and he just loses it, We tried everything to stop him from hurting himself.
Night of the murder. You've left me no choice. Tonight I'll prove once and for all that I don't like John Lennon.
Mark Chapman, to be honest with y'all, I pity the man. I mean, when you's a fan, when you's a true fan, you's a fan, son. I know it's against regulation, but late at night, with me, Mark, alone, and he trying to sleep, I play his ass some John Lennon songs. I know he ain't supposed to do it, but he ain't got nothing left, and I like the guy.